Hello, hello guys. How are you? I'll do a quick trade in Pass of Exile and then I go on Whiteout Survival. And I'll get ready for Crazy Joe. I'll do a live. I'll talk a bit about strategies and how to make points. Basically, so many people struggle to make points, and the truth is that not everybody can make points. If you all follow what I do, then we're gonna get less points. That's just how it works. But let's go. Let's talk about it. Just let me check my OBS. Everything seems okay. Just need to put the chat somewhere. I'll link. So I can get ready in 3 minutes. I need to wait for the title. You should not do Crazy Joe without the title. So I'm waiting for the title to be given to me. The title is Minister of Strategy because you can deploy 2.5k troops more to other cities. Then you want to pop your pets. Actually, that's debatable, right? The one you want to pop is this one because it's increasing your squad capacity, so the amount of troops you can send per march. The other ones, you might not want to use them if you can kill, and if you have troops left in your base, and if you can kill Crazy Joe easily, because it's buffing my stats. I have a lot of troops in my base, so it might make my troops kill more. I cannot empty my base, so I'm actually not sure it's a good idea to use the other ones. But definitely use tumbling power. So that's that beast, which is which one is it? Is it number 4, 5? Is it 6? I don't even know. But the deployment capacity, basically. So you want to use that so your march are bigger. Then I suggest to use 2k deployment, 10% deployment for 2k gems. Many people do not do that, so you have an advantage because you have 10% more troops. You know, my deployment capacity is like 1,600. 165,000. Sometimes the first time I'm pronouncing English number, they go wrong. So as you can see, I'll get the title in a minute, but now with my pets and the title, I'm nearly close to 200k, right? Instead of 165. So that's 30k more troops per march. So that's a lot of points compared to someone that do not use pets, but most people do not get title. Most people don't, because not everyone can get the title, and most people do not use the buff at 10%. I don't think it's worth spending 20%, to be honest, unless you really care to be first. So I'll reinforce. I have 10 minutes to send my troops, so I'll do that because it takes a little while to find the right people to send troops. But then I'll explain a bit more. But what you want to do basically is to empty your infantry. You want to empty your infantry because I'll explain more later. Both. I don't care about my T5. I have too many and they are weak. But ideally, you don't want any infantry. So I'll try to empty T10 and T11. So for me, if I calculate right, it's over 1 million troops. I have 1,016,400 troops. So divided by 6 March, which means I need to send in average 170k infantry per march to empty basically my base of infantry. Then after infantry, you want to empty lancers and you want to keep marksman in your city. So if you can easily empty infantry, then you empty marksman. So you can use offensive hero. I prefer for Crazy Joe, and that's one of my tips to make points. You want to defend the city alone if you can, and I defend my farm. So someone else is here. Some people kick other people in their farms. I'm not like that. I let other people get points, but you want to defend cities with as little other players as possible that have emptied their city, and I'll explain why in a minute, but that's the aim, and that's what you want to do. Find cities that are empty of troops, at least empty of infantry, and if possible, empty of infantries and lancers, and defend them. And you want to defend city as well that will last until the last waves. Because if a city is burning, if a city is not defending 100%, you make a lot less points. So that's my goal. So the way we do it, people say when they empty their cities and they will be online on the chat. So I just find them, and then so I will likely need to do like that. I need to check, so that's 180k, so that's a bit much. I can do a bit more, a bit less. 160k, that's enough. So see, I'll be reinforcing people, and probably if someone else is reinforcing, it's too much. It really depends on where you are in the game, right? When you start, you can defend people with 200k, 300k troops. For us, we are having level 21 Crazy Joe, so the maximum difficulty, but we have a lot of players have Fire Crystal 5, Fire Crystal 6 troops and above, so we can do 500k to 600k is safe. So that dude is already 600k now. So instead of putting him at 800k and nobody get points, I'll get my troop backs and I will leave him at 600k, that's enough. Then I'll search for someone. So is Callisto being reinforced? She is. So next. Okay, so most people are reinforced because I'm going a bit late. So that's but you see Morpheus is not reinforced. So you want to send offensive hero, so that these are my bear hero. So I will use that for now. So it's just finding people, right? So it was Morpheus, so I go to Torkel. He's reinforced enough. Garute is reinforced enough. She's like 900k, so everyone reinforcing her will have little points because there are far too many. And that's an issue when you're a girl in a video game. Everyone is reinforcing your city. Bazinga, online, but as well, maxed out. I mean, he's FC4, so maybe it's better to give him a bit more troops just so he doesn't burn, but that should be enough. So these are people that are often online, but today, I keep asking people to reinforce sooner and to empty their cities, and the result is that we have people with city empty. So we have Betty, we have this one of my neighbor. Oh. Man, I waited just before the stream to show you, but there is nobody else to reinforce. I probably just did that too late. So let's see the first people that requested. Pelo is reinforced, which is good. Then, it's cure. So, I enjoy to keep 1 or 2 march to reinforce people that, appear at the last moment, like what, IG. But see, like everyone is reinforcing her or him. That she's full. So what I will do, and I'll go to my usual guys that are usually online. So Maki tends to be online. He tends to be online, and he's a bit low in players. So after a while, especially when you are R4 and you pay attention, who is online. What I do is I use my farm. So my farm is here with Fire Crystal 6 to reinforce offline players that are weak. So, Fire Crystal 3, 4, 5 that tends to burn usually. I use my farm to reinforce them. So with my main account, I go for points. I go for ranking. That's one way to upgrade my chief gear, and that's really important. MHZ is usually online, and you want offensive hero. So for example, Flint is burning enemy. Dan, she said, or I don't know, she said he might be online, but he is reinforced. So see, I have 3-4 minutes to find 2 more people. If you're on the stream, feel free to say hi, feel free to post a like. And then I'll explain a few strategies while we play, right? I just need to do that in the next 3 minutes. Okay, I won't check my PMs and stuff during the stream, but just wanted to make sure it's nothing important. It can wait after the stream. So see, like, you know, FC3, FC4, like these guys are kind of weak. So I'll see if they're online or not. I'll just wait for people to say if they need reinforcement, but I might reinforce Turbo Guy. See someone. Often you have people popping up, you know, last minute and asking for help. And he's a neighbor, and I need a neighbor, and I will explain why in a minute. So you can go defensive, offensive. I don't think it matters that much, to be honest. But that guy is gonna have like more than 300. You know, it's gonna be 500k with me, and then some. Oh no, he's gathering. That's gonna be a good, maybe a good person to defend. He will be online, and one more. So I have okay, Azula maybe. Usually they don't really empty their cities, I believe. So let me see. And if not, I have a few ideas. So it's not a very good setup, you know. Someone reinforced my farm. Somehow this time we did not bring farms. Sometimes we do bring farms. And, you know, I open that train as well. If someone bring their farms, you know, I can reinforce. I'll take these points. And if nobody, I will reinforce Turbo Guy. Yeah, 28 seconds. I don't want to lose points, so I'll send him a troop. Let's do. Who do we send? Mia, she's offensive hero. Let's do that. So because it's the last dude, I want to make sure I empty my T9, my T10, and it's gonna be 12 seconds, so it's gonna be there. So okay, so you try to reinforce players that are online. So let's talk about Crazy Joe now, and I'll show you a bit the point how it's going. So it's a simple event. You defend 20 waves of enemies, right? And you see the first wave is coming soon. You know, next wave of attack in 15 seconds. It's targeting all members. And, you know, one way you can see when it starts, you can see who is online. So you go to Credit Joe, you go to members. And there you can see who is online and who do not have a lot of reinforcement. So for example, Field Snow. So Turbo Guy is online, but I don't know if they emptied their cities, you know. Webster. So I need to check. Sashin. So some of these people are not reinforced. So we can ask Sashin, Webster. So you can take care of your teammates. So you see, like Crazy Joe is appearing somewhere here, and he's sending waves of troops, you know, attacking everyone. And then I'll talk to you about the points, but you can see I have very different amount of points based on who I'm defending, right? We'll talk about that in a minute. So level 2 waves attacking all members. So you can see, I won't read all the rules, they are not really useful. But what is important to understand is level 7, 14, and 15, and 17, sorry. 7, 14, 17. It's only attacking players that are online. So that's how you make extra point, and trading, that's why you want to trade troops with someone that is online, because you will be online, they will be online, so you will make more points. You will have 3 waves where you make points. And level 10 and 20, they will attack our HQ, which is that building, right? So you can see we have a banner from last week, which is, I set it up. That's the amount of troop people can send maximum. So for us, it's filling a rally. Based on your rally leader, the maximum capacity, you have to decide that and divide it by 15, because you can have, you cannot see it here, but it's 15 people in garrison max you can have. So often, when you start the game, maybe you send 60k troops, and then after a while you send 70k troops per person, and for us we can send 85k troops, and we all have, we can fill the building with 15 people, which is the maximum. So you make points basically by defending troops. So I'll explain a bit more in a moment. That's why you want someone close to you, right? So that Skifny, because here I have 6 marches out, so I cannot send another one here, right? It's not possible. That's the maximum. So after wave 9 hit my city, I'll pull my troops from his city, and I'll send a march here. So to be efficient with that, you want to look at, for example, what did I put him? I put Philly, I put, forgot his name, and this dude as well. I never use them for many months now, so I will preset a march with them. So that was Philly, him, and oh man, I can't even remember their names. And we can do 85k troops, so I will do, last time it did not work to send lancers, so I'll just send, to be honest, I'll just send infantry. So see, so the full march I have in ECT, I have a bookmark to send it to the HQ very quickly. So that's one first tip you want to do. So you can move things around. If you wanted to go even next steps, you could set 2 marches. So 1 to send to HQ and 1 to send back to his base. So that will mean something like that. And that I will save as number 8. So 7 I send to HQ. And when they come back, 8 I send to his base. I just need to make sure that he's not the guy I sent my T9. But I think I did not. I sent my T10, right? So let me try to be... So you get some rewards. Right now it's hard to see, if I'm... I'll show you how to know if you are doing well and how to make adjustments. So, okay, there are waves, level 7, 14, 17, you want to be to trade with online players. Level 10 and 20, you go to HQ as well. Why do you want to do that? Why do you want to trade with other players? And I'll go through a report, right? If we defend 100%, so you can see loss rate 100%, that means we killed all enemies. The person defending the city will get 100% of the defensive points. So his amount of points do not depend based on how many troops he kills. It only depends based on the percentage of defense. So if you defend below 65%, you are losing a defense and you make a lot less points. If you are defending below 65% again, that's your second loss and you're out of Crazy Joe. That's why, and you start to burn. That's why you want nobody burning. It's because people that start to burn, they give a lot less point to you and to your alliance, and then they stop being attacked by Joe, so you do not make point on further waves. So that's why you want to reinforce offline people and online people. And you want to trade troops with online people to get points and be selfish and rank, but you want also offline people not to burn. So you can rank as an alliance and everyone can make points. For us, because that's his city, right? For us, we make point by killing troops, and you can see that the more troops we kill, the more points we make. And why do you want to send infantry? It's because in Crazy Joe, infantry attack first. If infantry is not killing everything, lancers attack. If lancers and infantry did not kill everything, marksmen attack. So when we defend MZZ city, if he has infantry and we have infantry, he will defend at the same time as us, and he will kill troops as well. And you can see he killed a lot of troops. So he has a lot of infantry in his base. Because if he had only lancers and only marksmen, and we had enough infantry to kill all the troops, he would have no kills. So you want to defend people that have no kills. So if you compare to, let's say, someone else, Turbo Guy, he has a lot of kills. So he has troops in his base. Mini Tonton, see? Like if I that's my farm, so I have no kills. So I'll compare, right? Between Simaki, no kills as well. So let's do this one. It's a decent one. Morpheus, he has some kills. So he has some infantry in his base. But you see, I got 3k points, I made a lot of kills, it's decent, right? And for him, he got the same amount of points. He got 19k points for 470, right? If you look at my city, I have no kills, I have the same amount of points. So defending your own city, you don't get points for kills. Defending other people's city, you get points for kills. That's how you make more points yourself and more points as an alliance, is by emptying your city as much as you can and defending other city as much as you can. Because you have the people that are defending their own city, they are not stealing any kills from anybody, and the other people can get the kills. So that's a bit weird, but when you understand that, you know how to make points in Crazy Joe. So you want to defend empty cities, or empty cities of infantry and lancers as much as possible, and you want to empty your city basically, and everyone, you know, the more people you have doing that, the more points you will make. And you can see the variation, right? When I'm defending my own farm that have no infantry, I make 8,000 points. It's also because we are only 2 people in it. That's my farm, and that's 2 people reinforcing. So we share, you know, the points. And because I'm far stronger than Vito, I steal most of the kill and he doesn't get many points. If I defend someone else, like if I defend MZZ, I make nearly 8 times less points, like 7 or 6 times less points. Because he takes all the kills, because he has infantry. So like, it's overkill. Like, the dude did not empty his city, and we are 4 of us reinforcing him. So that's overkill. Like, if someone else is burning, it's because we reinforce that guy too much because he did not empty his city. So that's a waste of points for everyone. And it's not, you know, I'm not finger pointing or blaming anyone. That's okay if you did not have time to empty your city. I'm just showing examples. And you can see on my own city, I make kills, but not because I did not empty my city of infantry. I did. I mean, I'm having T5s. I have a lot of T5s. So I cannot do much about that. At some point, you got too much troops and you cannot empty your cities. Actually, maybe need to compare next week, next time we have it, and to remove T5 infantries or remove lancers and what give the most point to people. I actually did not try that, to be honest. So that might be a mistake on my part to keep 100k T5s. But you know, we will have added SVS and I will have promoted all my troops, so I won't have T5 next time. But that's something I need to test at some point. What's best, to keep some T5s or to remove more lancers? But my troops, you know, are stealing kills from people. And you know, for all the big spenders, I'm not a big spender, but for all people that are a bit strong and that have a lot of power, we have the same, you know, we have the same issue basically. We have too many troops. So again, if you have too many troops, you empty infantry first, lancer second, marksman third. And you will see, and you can see in a report, right? You can see in a report, so that's probably my own city. I can see battle details. I can see I made 11k kills, right? And they are made by my T5 infantry. So you see my lancers, my marksman did nothing. Vito, infantry did the kills. Lancers, marksman did nothing. So my issue is T5 troops. Actually, 100k T5 troops is an issue. I make them, you know, I train T5 to make more points on training day on SVS. So that's actually an issue, and I'm actually hurting people reinforcing my base. So I need to fix that for next time. So, yeah. Je vais lire un peu les questions. Salut, Asso. Comme je parle, je fais pas attention. On en est où déjà? On en est wave 9, donc faut pas que je me rate. So wave 9, so when it hits that dude, which it did now, I'll pull my march back and I'll send it to HQ. So see, it's coming in 2 minutes, so you have time, but everyone wants to send things to HQ, so you have to be quick. So you send your march to HQ. So that's how you know if you are defending the right people. You look at reports, right? And I see that in some bases I'm making 4K, in some bases I'm making 5.5K, in some bases I'm making, that's my own bases, so that's not the same, but on my farm I made 15K, and you know, so that's like, I need to ask myself during wave 10 if it's worth defending that dude, right? Because he did not remove his troops, and we don't get killed, we don't get points. So to show you as an example, or someone actually removed it, so now it's worth more, but I'll show you. So basically what I will do during wave 10, I will consider making adjustment like that, right? Because we have 2-3 minutes until you know, the castle is solved. So I'll go back to Crazy Joe and I will look at who is online and who needs troops, taking into account that a lot of people have one march that people had to remove to go to HQ, right? So some people that look a bit low, they might have enough troops, because it's just, you know, people that remove one march to defend them. So, you know, like Nick is very low, for example. And he's a very active player. So I'll be checking with people, you know. Azula is not responding. I'll see if Nick is responding. I'll respond to you later, Callisto. I'll just want to see if I get a message. So who else? And you want to defend people that are, you know, giving yourself points as well, but as well it's useful for the alliance so they are not burning. Because if Nick empty this city, he's not gonna defend versus, you know, the later wave with only one person defending. Like with 145k, unless it's like one of our FC8 whale defending, is not gonna defend. So it's not just me trying to make points, it's as well making sure that everyone else you know, is not burning. And you can see all of these people are offline, so overall online people are well reinforced. Overall there is no big gaps, except Nick is a bit low. Like Webster, she has too many troops, so that should be okay, but I'll check on chat if she responded. So overall it's okay. Denise is very strong, so he does not need help. That the dude I'm reinforcing, so we'll get 200k back. So maybe Sato is a bit low, but I guess he'll get some back as well. So that should be more or less okay. I just check on Nick. If you want. Yeah, I think it's a good thing to reinforce him. So to, like, you know, if I don't know where he is, it's a bit of a mess, right, to find him. It's a bit of a mess. So you do that, you do that. Sometimes the order is changing, but most of the time it's more or less the same for each event. So you find him. Oh, and you see, you don't do that. You don't click here. You don't click on the portrait. You click on the blue part. You say go or troop help, and then you send him something, right? So do I have a... Oh, I went too fast. Where are you again? Troop help. Do I have a preset march for him? No. So I need to send to Mia. So that's basically how you play Joe. If you... it's because I have some troops that are not in the castle. I'll do a bit of that as well. Because I have some troop in HQ, right? So I reinforce someone that could need help. You know, it's not a good example because I've been doing Crazy Joe for a year and a half, so people know how to play and they know how to reinforce each other. But if you're on your new states and you don't know, you know, who is online and what's going on and who needs reinforcement, then you can check for the first few waves, and then, you know, you can go and you can share their names on the Alliance chat, and say, you know, need reinf. You can, you know, just put a note, read reinf, and, you know, and so people are helping. So you see, while I was doing that, I missed wave 10 happen, and I got this on point, but I missed to reinforce. Will I get in time? I don't think so. Yeah, because I fucked up my march, so I'm not gonna get. I'm gonna, you know, waste one defense on one guy. So that's okay. So how do you know if you do well? At some points, you will see you will enter rank top 100, right? And you see top 100. So I'm looking at my alliance because the other did it before probably. And how do I do versus the best of my alliance? So you can see I'm 65. So Denise is here. I'm here. So Sato is doing a bit better. Farkad is doing a bit better. And these are probably the only two that are doing a bit better. But I'm still top 3 of my alliance. So I know, and you see I reinforce people that give me little points. I reinforced cities that are not empty. So it's far from perfect. It's very, very far from perfect. I think we could really do Crazy Joe to such a better... Oh, someone kick me. Someone kick me. I don't know who, so I just need to find someone else very quick. So she's a bit low, I'll go to her, she's a neighbor. Either I messed up or I got kicked. That's how you win as well, but that's, you know, I don't, like I'm not, maybe I didn't send my march? I don't know. But that's how you know. Some people do that in early stage of, you know, of your alliance. Some people might kiss each other and cause this drama, like, you know, that's okay. I don't care. I'm not, you know, I'm not, I pass that kind of behavior, I guess. But if you look at, I just wanted to show you that, right? I cannot show you that now because the event is running. Yeah, historical ranking. So again, it's not to brag. It's just to you what I'm teaching is working. And I'll make a video guide, right? So see, last Tuesday I was 7. I was second of our alliance. So these guys did very well. I was 7 again. I was number 3 of our alliance. I was 6 and I was first of our alliance. So see, like we have a big room to improve, and I'm pretty sure these people are using farms, empty farms, to make more points, and that's how you make more points, especially at the beginning of the game, right? When you are like, for us it will be soon the case, but when you are very strong, like you are a whale, you can defend an empty city alone, and you make so much point. See, like if you look at reports, right? If I will defend a city alone, and that will be empty, so let me find an empty report. So see, like we are wasting our time here. MZZ, if you watch, like, dude, empty your city. Like we are 4 reinforcing you, and you are stealing all the kills. So we are basically wasting points and as an alliance. So let me show you, right? So see, if I was alone, I will make 25k on that wave, on my city that is empty. If I go to another city, so it's not empty, so you make 4k. So like the difference is massive between defending an empty city alone and defending a city alone that is not empty, and defending a city that is not empty. Plus, it's not you know, you are not alone defending it. You can make 2k points on one city and 20k points or 25k points on the other. So if you have a very strong player, the way you make points, and if you want your rally leader to be first of your state, you just bring 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 farm. You empty the farm and you just let your rally leader and defend these alone, and they will be able to do that. And they will make a lot of points, and you know they'll make. I think someone mentioned to me they make over 2.6 million or something points, which is crazy. So I got 6 marches. I'm just paying attention to that. And I'll go back to comment. So Asso, salut, comment ça va? Écoute, ça va. Vous ne gardez pas une marche. Bah, tu vois, on la reprend et on la renvoie. Il faut être préparé. Ouais, ça dépend. Tu sais, il n'y a pas grand monde qui l'envoie au HQ. Quand tu commences à jouer et que vous êtes 50 en ligne et que tout le monde veut des points, ça se bat pour le HQ, c'est du drama, c'est du bordel. Nous, des fois on est 12, des fois on est 13, des fois on est 17 à vouloir y aller, ça va quoi. C'est plus trop la guerre, même si on est 30, 40 en ligne. Est-ce que ça répond à ta question, Azo? Dis-moi. Azo, pardon. So yeah, so that's the strategy. So you see, you get rewards when you do personal points up to 2 million. I'm right now at 750k. And at the alliance point. So usually it's easier to do alliance point than personal points in most alliances if you are serious. Let's go through rewards. They are still very interesting to be in, between top 1 and top 5. It's 60 less polishing solution. It's 6k less alloy. So it's quite a bit. So, but 10 top 10, is decent. That's why I'm trying to get top 10. Even top 15, but you start between top 15 and top 1. It's 100 polishing solution that you don't have, so it starts to be a big difference. So if you really care to be first, you have to use to defend empty cities. So it will basically mean, it's like my farm, but times 5 and without anybody inside, right? It's just me defending an empty city, at least empty of infantry, and if possible, empty of lancers. In the early days, you will have a lot of time to defend in Crazy Joe, and you will have people burning because you don't have enough troops, right? Our issue is like we have too much troops, and we have to find empty cities, and it's so hard to find an empty city when you are 2 months in the game, 6 months in the game. That's the opposite, You have too many empty cities, and everyone is burning. So yeah. So okay, cool. There are different strategies I've seen in for HQ, and I found it interesting to avoid tension and people fighting. In a previous alliance I was in, they will send a march before Crazy Joe, and you will keep it all the way. So you will have always 15 marches in Crazy Joe, and people will always be the same. So people will be playing the rest of the event with 5 marches to send to other people, and they will have 15 march in HQ. So for example, 10 hours before Crazy Joe, HQ will be full because people already sent their march, and they will be and they would not pull them back. They will just leave it for the whole event. So that way there is no fighting in between who is going to HQ, and like there is a lot of tension with the events early days. One other way is to have, if you go to wave 10, you cannot go to wave 20. So people have to choose, and you could have your kind of weakest player go to wave 10 and your strongest player go to wave 20, so your stronger player rank. Like I know, free to play and people that are very engaged with the game, they want to rank because that's when one of the event you can do decent as a free to play and get good rewards. But at the end of the day, if you're spenders that are spending thousands and thousands of dollars, and often they are not everyone is a millionaire. I worked 10 years in the gaming industry. I've seen many whales accounts, and most of the whales are not actually very rich. There are people like you and me, and they just spend, the 500 euros, 300 euros, 100 euros you spend on, cinema, movies, going out, drinking, partying, whatever, they spend it on video game. And it's over time that they are building, an account that's worth 10k, 20k, 100k. I've seen 100k accounts built over 5 years on some video games for people that have, they are not rich. It's just, they are richer than, 98 or 99% of people in the world, but they are not the typical high income earner that you might think, is pouring 100k on a video game, right? It's just someone that have a decent salary, just spend, a few €100, like many of us spend somewhere else, they just do it in video games. So these people, are spending a lot of effort to be rally leaders and to be spenders, and, often we think spenders have an easy life, but I talked to many spenders. I stopped being the biggest spender on their state because it was too much. Too much to be a rally leader on everything, too much to do fire castle, battle, and be the rally leader for everything. Like they're like, okay, dude, I'm done. I'll stop spending for 3 months. I'll move states. I'll find a states where they don't know I could be that strong. And they'll, I'll keep a low profile. I will actually enjoy the game by being strong, but not being the strongest. And not having to be a rally lead. So if your rally lead really care to be first, then I will highly suggest you you support them to be first. Now, even if it feels a bit unfair because they have so much more power and they spend it's really not easy to be a rally leader, to be honest. It's not easy to lead a state. It's not easy to lead an alliance. So if some people want better rewards and they help the alliance, I'll say make it happen. So we are still doing good, right? And it's not a good Crazy Joe. Like I'm not defending good the better city. See, there is Sato and Denise, and I'm just behind. And Farcad is not too far, Patron is not too far. And these guys have T7 or T8 troops, right? Fire Crystal 7 or 8. So if we defend the same city, they make a lot more points than me. They make a lot more kills. Sato not. Maybe he has T7, Fire Crystal 7, but I have only Fire Crystal 6. So that's pretty simple. And for me, I think one of the reasons I make most points is because I got my farm. And often it's either not defended or either it's only me and another dude. I'm kind of, that's what I'm saying usually when I make these videos and I'm explaining how to rank. I'm kind of shooting myself in the foot for the next events. Because people will see my farm and they will reinforce it. So I don't make points. I'm not going to rank that well again. But, you have to share what you know. It's okay if, like actually, I really think we should bring 10 farms if we really care to. Like, there are accounts we can kick, they are inactive or they are like a farm, but we don't use them for Crazy Joe. If we really care to be first and help our player to rank, like we should bring 10 farms and even do a rotation or having 2 players defending them or something like that. Like, I don't know if you ever tried, and I could make a video one day about it, but I will steal all the rewards from the Farm Alliance. I used to do that when I was leading the Farm Alliance on my previous state. You can do Crazy Joe as many times as you want, as in how many alliance you want in one day. So you could go around and do Crazy Joe 5 times if you want. You don't get 5 times the reward, you get reward for your best ranking. It's one of the only events you can do multiple, in multiple spots. I just need to be careful to pull back the right troops. Yeah, it's 18, so 19 is soon, right? 19 is working soon. And you reinforce either like super weak cities with little troops, so they don't kill shit basically, or you defend 6 empty cities alone with your main account, and you will be exploding, like freaking exploding the leaderboard. So if you want one of your top player to rank, you just send them to your farm. You give him 5 empty cities or 6 empty cities plus empty HQ, and the dude will be first in your state, no problem. Even if he does Crazy Joe level 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You make so much more points defending alone than when we had the Crazy Joe 14. I think I was making more points defending Crazy Joe alone in the farm than, defending Crazy Joe 14 on my... with base that were empty, I was not the only one defending, but base that were empty. I was making more points in the farm, by far. So that's one thing you can play a lot with Crazy Joe. And on very old state, like people tend to do that a lot. They have their whales going around and defending, they have empty alliance that they use for Crazy Joe, and they are having, their top 5, 6, 7 players ranking that way. So that's something you could do as well. Defend empty cities again, that's the way to go. So am I in the... I'm in it. It's 85k. Something I wanted to show you. I'm very proud of it. Very happy with it. So Crazy Joe, I'll just show you the historical ranking just to see that it's working. What I'm teaching is not to brag, but just if you follow what I say, at some point you it will work for you if you do it well. See, 26, I'm 6, I'm the first from hit. Second, I'm a bit below, I'm third from it, so it's okay. People are really fancying better seated, whatever. I'm still 7, so I'm always top 10 more or less. You know, back in if we go back in January, so I'm 6. So it's very consistent. I'm very consistent. I do not rank 1 because we don't put enough effort in the alliance to have players that rank 1. We don't give them empty cities and stuff, so it's not gonna happen. See, like we are too far. But you can do far more points than that. You can kick your ass so easily, basically, if you give empty city to people. That's not that many points. It looks like a lot, but it's not that many points. Rewards here are decent. Unlocking the 2 million mark stone for points is like, it's a very little amount of reward. Does not really matter. That's good enough that way. So we have Gala of Dawn. So I'll just... That's gonna be crazy. So I'll show you the Gala. Let's see if I did not check how it works, but usually it's that little thing. It will shoot out rewards every 2-3 minutes. You will have 5 minutes to collect the rewards, and then spenders can buy packs to pop more reward, and the rewards from the spenders are lasting for 24 hours, so you have more time to collect them. Rewards are, essence stones, speed ups. They are decent, actually. It's quite decent. And it will last for an hour, but it will be like crazy for a little while, and then it's not gonna be crazy for that. After a while, it's gonna get very quiet, because the rewards there are less reward at the end. So I just need to make sure that there are no march walking toward the people I'm reinforcing. So I'm just pulling my troops from cities. So that's okay, and that's okay, and I'm still in castle, and I did not remove castle. And also, I did not mention, but you don't want to heal in Crazy Joe. Particularly, you don't want to heal your infantries, so they are not killing troops in your base, right? If you empty your city of troops, it's not to put them back by healing. So you wait for wave 19, and then you heal after that, and that's gonna be okay. And if you look around, I used to track with who burnt. So that dude, so Dazin, we need to pay attention. I stopped it because we have so little people burning nowadays. But I used to track with burning, and I will reinforce with burning, basically with my farm. So that's something you can have, like, some of your player doing, or you can have some of your decently strong player like having these tasks from time to time. Just reinforce people that burn. You can see like Farcad bring his farm, and he's reinforcing with his farm alone. And that's probably why this time he's doing decent. So good job, mate. That's probably why he's doing decent. He reinforced his farm alone probably. And that gave him, if we look at his report, it will give him a lot of points. And that's what you want to do. So Crazy Joe eating the HQ, and I got decent points. I see someone trying to make points. Yeah, so he said max troop, that's why he made more points. But that's okay, right? It happens. Like people. This used to be like very tense in the earlier stage of the game, because we have people from the US at the time they are driving and stuff, so they don't pay much attention, so that's okay. So you have the thing, so you can see you have, okay, so this one I actually have 24 hours to get it, and you see all the rewards I can get, right? Essence Stone, XP components, speed ups. And how to find them, you can just click here, nearby table, and you send hit, and it's a scoot, hit, not hit. I'm putting H, and you see like now we are running out, right? Of things to hit. So I'll likely go on my farm back and forth, and you see like if you are a spender, if you care about Essence Stone, like these are not the best packs by far, but you get a bit of speed ups, you get a bit of hero gear, so that's, some spenders decide to buy these. And it's because you see when you buy one, it's giving a different kind of table to your alliance, right? So if you buy the €120 pack, you get 2 lavish tables, and these give very good rewards. So I'll try to see if people are spending and see to show you, you know. So we have no spenders yet. So we have no spenders yet, but sometimes, you know, these things are fun. So often you get tables every 2 minutes, but now we have a table. I thought it's because someone. Yeah, see, it's because he bought a pack probably, right? So he bought a pack, and you get a bit better rewards, right, when someone buy a pack, and that's a classic table, so that's a €5 pack. So if you have a lot of whale in your alliance, they will really forward resell the strategy for Crazy Joe for something else. So you see another 2-minute lapse, so we are minute 58, so you have new things to take. So like right now it's only 1, in War 3 it's only 1. So it's not that much. So people are buying packs, as you can see. And these, you know, when someone is buying a big pack, and these are actually very good. Like often, when people buy even €100 pack, they are not that good. These are very good. Like if you get the 20 charm designs, man, it's a lot. It's a lot. Can we see the percentages? I'll try to get the percentages somewhere. And so they improved the event a lot because the packs are lasting for 24 hours. Because you used to have to be online. If they last for 5 minutes, except the ones from spenders, right? You have to be online. And there is some kind of special stuff going on here. So let me see. This next meal is served. So, okay, so people are buying packs and it's queuing up the meals. So it used to be like popping, you know, I guess anytime, but now it's kind of queued. So you can buy extra packs. Dining records, so you can see, you know, who got what. That's not the people, right? That's who bought a pack. So when it's squad, that the game giving you the rewards from free, and when you have someone's face is who in your alliance bought a pack, and you get actually an overview of all you got. So that's actually pretty good. I don't remember if they did that before, but we'll see in an hour how much we got. So I'll attend, I'll get some stuff. See, 56 minutes or something else will pop, and there will be a pack as well popping, I guess. So we will have a few new things. I saw something going up. So you can see here, you know, when you collect it as well, you see what you get. So you get a mail for everything. It's a bit much. Pas quand tu par contre, on le devine car certains posent des tables. Ben, moi j'ai... Oh, I missed that. Oh, shit. See, that's when you stream, you don't pay attention to things like that. Like, that's when someone is buying a pack, right? Grateful should not be enjoyed alone. That's when people buy packs and you get an idea about which kind of packs. So I need to pay attention if people are popping gems, right? So if they are valid for an hour, I'm not gonna go on my farm to collect them. If they are valid for a day, sorry. You see, these are all 24 hours. So I'm not gonna miss any gem. Hopefully. So right now there is a lot. And you see, like, we rank first, so we have the best food available. So something I'm very happy with is I wanted to get the new skin, which you had if you rank 25. I'm not very happy with finishing 9. That means I overused items, like by quite a bit. See, like 25 is 40k, and I use nearly 60k. So I thought people will push a lot harder the last 3 days. So I used my stuff even if I was ahead, and people did not. So I got... oh, but that's the city. Oh, so it's not 25. So this one I'm very happy with. So I got the city skin. The permanent city skin, which is only for top 10. And I'm finishing 9. And the way I went about it is the way I explained to you in the video is I killed all the beasts, so 700 out of 700. I collected resources, 300 of 300, so that's 700 chests for ingredients from the beast, 300 from the from gathering, so that the max you can have, and I got 850 from speed ups, and I did not use many speed ups. I could have got a lot more, because see, I used like 20 days of research and maybe 15 days of training. So I usually use all my general speed up into research for seasonal event when I want to rank for a skin. I did not do that because I need them for SVS to unlock T11 this time. So I went, that's why I used a bit of training speed ups instead. But that gave me 800 little boxes for ingredients, and I spent 300k gems on VIP points, and I got 600 ingredients from that. So that's 1.4k ingredient, which is corresponding to a pack of 100 euro and a pack of 120 euro and 60 euro more or less, just a bit below. So because I basically I bought the 5 euro, 10 euro, 20 euro pack, so 6 euro, 12 euro, 24 euro packs to get the city skin. So that's still a bit of money. You cannot get that for free, but because I spend enough speed up and enough gems, and that's something I'm doing on every seasonal event, I want the city skin. So I'm always having a lot of extra gems that I only use my gems for spinning the wheel and for seasonal event where I want a city skin, basically. The rest of the time I'm keeping my gems. And I'm keeping 50 to 100 day training research speed ups, so general speed up plus research speed ups for the events, so I get a chance to compete with people that are buying the 50 and 100 euro packs. And if you did not pay attention to the event, it might be a bit confusing, but if you did, you understand what I mean, and you see it was enough to get there. These are spenders, some of them are spenders, and I don't know how much they spend in the event, but I'm pretty sure some of these people bought at least a 50 euro pack, and they don't have the rewards. So that's how you get rewards. I think I made a video about it. It's tough. It's very easy on the dead states. I can do it every time on the dead states. And if you look at I was on a dead state for 2-3 months. And if you look at my skins, like the permanent one, it was around like September, October, something like that. Maybe November. I got the permanent skin from that period on the dead state. But you can see here on these states, I could not get Christmas. Was far too competitive. The skin was too good, and people spend more than one time the 100 euro pack for Christmas because the skin was so good. Many skins I could not get because it's really hard to pull off. But see, like I managed to get, since I understand that strategy, which was 6 months ago, 9 to 6 months ago, I managed to secure 3 permanent city skins. You know, you care about it, you don't, whatever. For me, sometimes I find it nice. I like it. You know, it's not skins I like particularly, but you know, when I see an opportunity to get a skin because people are going, are not going too crazy on the events, and I kind of have a feel for that now. I kind of have a good idea about when people are pushing and when people are not. Then I know it's time to use, speed ups and gems, basically. And the threshold I use is 200-300k gems, stamina cans to get to kill all the beasts, and at least 50 days of research speed ups. And why research is because you need building speed ups, you need training speed up for when you want to make points in King of Icefield or SVS. Training speed up are giving the least points because you just use speed ups often. You use a bit of fire crystal on research, but not that much. When with building speed up, you use a lot of fire crystal, and that gives a lot of points. And if you want to use a lot of fire crystal, you need a lot of building speed ups, and training is giving a shit ton of points. So that's why. And I use general speed ups on research because you have years and years and years of research. And when at some point you naturally have too many troops, right? I nearly got 3 million, and I never use general speed ups on troops. I never bought any training speed ups in this game. So that's just what happened over time. You just get fat, basically. So the event is good rewards, but is a bit slow. If you have questions about something else. I'm happy to talk about it. I think I explained what I wanted for Crazy Joe. Russell Hunt, if you want to me go over Crazy Joe again, I can. Otherwise, watch the replay. I talked about it for while we were doing Crazy Joe. But if you have specific question, please ask. I can make a summary of the strategy if you want to. Just let me know. People are saying thanks for the gift, and that's really cool. Like, I don't know if you guys, I used to play this kind of games, but a long time ago, and I think it was one of the first, I actually don't know, but I played Rise of Kingdom, but when he released, I think it was the beginning of Rise of Kingdoms, and I was like, that's really cool, the type of game. And I remember we had one Spanish whale. He will come, that was a kid. He was like 18 years old. He wanted to be a big boy in a game, so he was working 2 jobs to just buy packs in the game. So I might not suggest you do that, to be honest. You might want to manage your finance and your lifestyle differently, but that's, everyone does what they want. But that dude was really funny. So he was a kid, he was young, he was working 2 jobs, and every time he came online in the evening, he knew, €100 packs, €100 packs, €100 packs. He would buy out the store, more or less. I don't know how he does that, with working 2 jobs at 18 years old. I don't know how much money he spent. Maybe he was from a rich family or something. I have no idea. That was his story, at least, that he's young and working 2 jobs. And, it used to be like in that game, when you buy a pack, you get something to collect, right? It's kind of right what you have here, right? Is someone buy a 50, €60 pack, you get something from it, and maybe the rewards were better in that game. But we used to say thank you for each time a whale was spending, buying a pack, because at that, that was 10 years ago or something. I don't know how it is Rise of Kingdom, but that's 8 years ago maybe, or 6, I don't know. It's hard for me to tell, but 6, 8 years, something like that. Now, people spending on packs, and they go online, they spend €500 and nobody is saying thank you. So it's a bit weird to me. I'm used to kind of a different spirit. Yeah, we are 948. Welcome. Welcome to the stream. I'm not sure about your name. Yonut? Welcome. So we are chilling because the Crazy Joe is over, and the Feastmaster Halls is not overwhelming. But so far, we got a tiny bit, right? That's all we got so far. And we have some big stuff queued. Oh, you got the percentage, right? So lot of chance for gem design plan, which is good for free to play, to be honest. Like, if your whales are buying packs, that's good, because design plans you are running out. You want your VIP level to get to 6, 7, 8, 9. And that's really important. So that's decent. Like, these things, of course, you care about charms, but that's less important often. Speed ups, gems, that's decent. To be honest, it's a decent event when it comes to that. It's free. I mean, unless you buy packs, right? But see, I got lucky. I got an essence stone on one of the... The game is good to tell you when you are lucky nowadays. I find it interesting, right? I don't know. I've been playing game for what? 28 years now? Gaming came a very long way. It's not the same as it used to be. And you, from which state are you? I think many people are from the Alliance watching, but maybe there are people from other states. So I need to train today. I just need to check where we are. So 1 hour, 30 minutes. Do I want to take the buff? No, I don't. And I cannot. Just get some loot. I'll collect everything on my farm. I might just send my just send my farm, my gatherer and stuff. Do we have gathering tomorrow? I don't think so. I think gathering is only last day, right? Gathering is only Sunday on King of Icefield. Yeah. So no gathering tomorrow, so I don't have to think too much about it. I found out that I'm consuming more resources than I collect nowadays, which is very weird to me, because I battled so hard on SVS and local Sunfire for rankings, sending solo marches to turrets and castle to make points, and I might showcase that tomorrow. Not tomorrow, the day after, Saturday. Not sure I'll be able to be live on Saturday. I need to do gardening with my wife, so I might not be live on Saturday. But I spend so much time healing troops, and I heal so much troops, then yeah, I actually using more resources than I collect. I used to be at 10 million nearly, and I finished as last SVS at 7.5, so it's going up. But I mostly miss coal and iron somehow, so I'm paying more attention to gathering. I used to be a bit lazy with gathering, but I'm not. Yeah, who is watching from Hit? Who is with her? Within the chat. I actually don't have. I need to to improve my streaming setup, because I don't even know how many of you are watching. Oh, 10. Thank you guys. 10 viewers. Thank you very much. Like I'm a new YouTuber already when it comes to to Whiteout Survival. I've been podcasting in French on other subjects. I've been streaming a bit on Diablo 2, a PC game, like a while back, like a few years ago, but I'm kind of new to streaming, at least making video guides. Streaming, I have some experience, but not that much. Asso, c'est que les coffres rouges. Je sais plus si j'ai fait une vidéo dessus. J'ai fait une vidéo dessus et je t'explique les pourcentages, en fait, de combien de roses tu as par coffre. Et tu remarqueras que c'est vachement plus rentable d'ouvrir que les rouges. Yeah, Arlen. Always lot of speed ups. You always like for context, right? Because I've said it a few times, but maybe not everyone was here. I saved for 3 months I want to rank in SVS prep to get shards so I can max 2 heroes. So I will max René with the wheel, and I will max Vayne or Wayne, I'm not sure how you call him. I'll need to use 600 shards of my pockets, 5 to 600 shards of my own pockets, but I want 5 to 600 shards, 5 to 400 shards from SVS and KOE, King of Icefield. I don't rank on KOE. I could, to be honest, if you look at KOE, I would win it easily if I wanted to. Like many people could, and not bragging or anything. It's just the way it is, right? If you look at current ranking, total ranking, 17 million points, that I could beat that very easily with what I have in my bag. And many spenders could, and many people maybe in the Alliance could, but we try to save for SVS, right? And as a R4 and YouTube video guide maker of the Alliance, I don't want to be too selfish. I'm selfish on some events, and I manage to rank well, like Crazy Joe and stuff like that. I make sure I make points, and now I'm kind of sharing the way I do things. So hopefully it helps other people as well in our Alliance or other states. But that's not easy to beat. So if I wanted to get the 300 shards, I would have a very good shot at it, because most people are saving for SVS on our state. But to have a decent chance to be top 2, top 3, a very small chance to be top 1 in SVS, you need a lot. So I have what I can go to. I don't think I have enough construction speed up to go to Fire Crystal 8 and to unlock infantry, but I will have enough refined Fire Crystals, and I will have enough Fire Crystal. I think I actually missed speed ups, and I made mistakes. That's my bad. I did not plan the speed ups properly. I did not think I would miss the speed ups actually. So I wasted construction speed up last SVS. I did not use my pets to use more speed ups to make more points. I did not use the double time. When I will actually send back people. I did not use the double time, and I did not use the title. So I was like, I have far too many building speedups. I'll make more points by using more speedups and having higher construction times. And now I think I could have pushed to 1 or 2 camp of Fire Crystal 8 next SVS, and probably now I can't for because of speedup. So I'll see. I'll see if I can fix it. I'll see if I can fix it, yeah. Tu peux me tutoyer, hein, y a pas de souci. Et oui, pas de problème pour l'anglais. So we're gonna catch all these little treats. Hopefully we get lucky. So yeah, so I'm saving a lot for SVS, and I can't wait because, like, you know, like that for me it's a lot. You know, if you buy a lot of these and you're a spender, it's not that much, but for me it's a lot. I never had that many, you know. 80 mithril, that's a shit ton for me. So that's really a lot of power, you know. I got like maybe I'll get 8-9 upgrade on shift gear. Maybe I'll get what will I do with charms? What will I do with charms, right? I could get 7 of these. So I got 7 and I can go up to there, but then I need to upgrade this one as well. That's lagging behind, so maybe I can get 8 charms upgrade if really I get lucky and I rank well on some events. Probably 6 for sure, maybe 7, maybe 8. And that's probably, you know, when it comes to shift gear, it's probably if I upgrade a bit of these as well as lancers because they are cheaper, you know, it could be 10-ish, right? Could be 8 to 10 depending on the way I decide to go. So that's a lot. That's a lot. That's what I can do in 3 months with the, let's say, low spender I am in the game, plus, you know, doing events as well as I can. So yeah, some money is going off. We got some decent packs. Like, you know, only spend money you can afford on a video game. It's like crypto or stuff like that, you know. Don't use money you need for other stuff that are more important. So that's what we got so far. So tiny bit of gems, nearly 10k. I was hoping it would be a bit more of an active event, right? It's a bit slow. I'll go on my farm for a second. So something to do on my farm, I'm too fat. That farm is too fat. I never fight on my farm. So I never kill troops. So I start to get far too much troops. So this brother in arms or kill events, I need to kill troops on my farm. That will give me points actually. I'll kill lancers, I think. I got enough marksmen for I'll kill like maybe 100k marksmen and like 300-400k lancers. Because see, like my farm is actually, because I'm from state 665, right? I moved nearly 90 days, which is what the game allows you to move, right? I wanted to go. That's one way to get stronger, is to go back in time. Not to go back in time, but to go to newer states, right? By transferring. So that's one way to do it. So which I've done. So that's why I'm investing myself in 849. It's because 948, sorry, because I want to make it home and I want this state to be great. You know, moving for 6 months is not really funny. But if you look at not kill count, if you look at personal power, like with that farm, I'm 18, and SVS matchmaking is taking up the power of the top 100, and I don't know how much troop is counting into that, but it's probably count. So I think I'll kill troops. I don't think it will change the matchmaking we have, but it might give us a slightly easier matchmaking if troops are counting. If the raw power is counting without the charms, and because I have weak percentages on that account. Is there an event you want to talk about? Is there an aspect of the game that you're curious about that we can talk about? There is half an hour of that, and then I'll go do some work and play some Paths of Exile, I guess. Maybe I'll need to do Alliance Championship before I go, but I think I've done it already. See how many there are to collect when you... Usually, because they last for 5 minutes, so in most events they lasted for 5 minutes. You have to go back and forth on 2 accounts non-stops, which would have not been very funny for me and streaming. So I'm happy that they last for 24 hours. So I can collect some right now, but I don't have to go back and forth non-stop. So that's a bit of that's not the most fun process of the world. See, some of them are 5 minutes. So maybe I missed some on my farm. I don't care that much, to be honest, but that's, I mostly play my farm for 3 reasons. Why do you want a farm at that stage of the game, right? I'm Fire Crystal 6, I got 10 million, 8.5 million resources in my bags. I probably never run out of resources. First, I'm afraid to run out of resources when I reach T11. They are very consuming, so you always want to have a decent farm, just in case you need it. Even if you stop playing it, maybe you put it Fire Crystal 1 or 2, you developed it a bit, but it's good to have. Then, how do I make point on King on kill events? All the speed ups I get from Beast and Polar Terrors and events and shits, because I never fight, I got many speed ups. So I use that on kill events to make points for myself. So I attack my own farm. So I don't have to be attacking anybody. You see, if you see the ranking, you're like, oh, Tonton is a bad guy, he's killing so many people. I never attacked anybody in my states, I think. I'm not a fighter when it comes to my state. I make points on kill events on my farm. So, it costs me resources and I have to heal on both accounts and stuff. And I destroy the other state as much as I can on SVS. And that's how I got so many kills. And that's, inflicted on other states on my own farm. So I find it useful for that. I don't like to play for hours and hunt, for... and earth for tiles and spend teleports, that's crazy to me. That makes no sense to me. Some people like it, right? If you like it, fair enough. But for me, what I don't like is to be inefficient, and I find it highly inefficient. I hate spending gems for teleports, so because we don't teleport on Friday for fortresses and strongholds because our state is organized in that piece, we save 2, 3, 4, 5 teleport that day. I don't teleport for kill event because I make it from the comfort of the hive on my own farm. So I can have between 40 and 60 teleports at all time. So if one day we go mad on Foundry, if one day we go mad on Frostfire, the Frost Dragon Tyrant when it's becoming available, if one day, I don't know, something goes wrong, I have teleport for a lifetime basically. And I would hate spending 4k gems or 2k gems on teleports. So that's another reason. And the third reason was to make points every SVS, because I don't make points every SVS on my main account because I save for 3 months. So I try to carry some weight with my farm every SVS. So my farm is basically just a SVS point machine, kill event point machine, and resources for myself. But the 3 reasons why I think you should have a farm. and not a second account on another state. It takes too much. I mean, you do what you want. You play, the way you enjoy it. I try to play on 2 different states. That game takes a lot if you play seriously. Like, you have to spend hours daily doing everything, and doing it 2 states. I find it's not healthy for my mental health, at least for me. You do you. But I'd rather have a farm here and have an account that's very good than having 2 shitty accounts, kind of, behind and not developed and not optimized account in other states. But that's really my way of, some people play more for the social aspect of games, and they like to be in different alliances and have friends all over the world. For me, it's less important. But it's really, really up to anyone, really. That's just know what you like and how you enjoy. Do you want to see my island? We have a bit of time. I'll show you around. You see, I've played a lot of building games. I don't know if it shows, but I used to play a lot of building games. So I tried to make something nice, like little lake, little forest, city square, or whatever you call it. Like, the level 10 buildings start to be nice though. Like, the theater is nice. If I go here, I have the observation deck start to be nice. Like, I don't know what I've done with the decoration here. Now it's a bit too much. It's not very nice. I don't know what to do with the mushroom. Do you guys find a way to integrate the mushroom like nicely? Like, it has so bright colors compared to everything else. Like, I'm like, what to do with it, right? How do you make, maybe close to the water it's blue, but it's kind of it's a very gray brown colors, and this one is like, it's like light blue. So I don't know what to do with it. So for now it's ugly. But the castle is very nice as well. I'm just a bit I think they should do a lot more with that. It's a bit boring, right? It's a bit boring to play like that. There is not much. It's just a stats, stats stick, stats buff for you, and does not even give that much. I'm just checking if we have I missed it 10 minutes ago, so that's gone. If anybody cares, I know I made a video series about Alliance Championship. So you see, when you reach Ultimate, there is no new leagues, but what matters is the amount of stars you get. So matchmaking is based on stars. So what happens when you reach, it depends on the strength of your alliance always, but for us it's around 8. Like, you are 2, oh, that's quite nice. We jump quite a bit, honestly. 22 billion alliance, but there are 25 billion, there are 28 billion, there are 24.6 billion, there are 24.6 billion, and there are 27.8 billion. So, like, we are, and that's how you see you do well as well in the game, right? It's either because you are ranking in events like Frostfire Mine, you do well because you are ranking. Crazy Joe, you do well, and you are selecting the right base, and you are, defending with the right troops, which is infantry, because you rank. There, we are far the weakest alliance. So, we are doing well compared to our power. We do well. We even managed to win a match. But that's really tough, and that's the issue with Alliance Championship. That's where the game is kind of limited, I guess, with matchmaking. Is like, at some point, it's just a question of power, right? If you look at them, they have total power. I've calculated it, right? I'll show that in a sec. Where is it? Let me move that here. So see, like that, their total power, and that's our total power. So they have 10k more power. So like the average, it's is a 4.5, something like that per lane. No, it should be less. It should be 3 point something, right? 3.4, sorry, 3.3, 3.4 if it's 10k. And that's very hard to win. Like, that's really, really hard to win when there are 10k, 20k difference. Like, we fought an alliance the other day, there was like 22 or 23k different powers, and of course we lost, but that's the big issue. That's why I'm breaking your guys' balls, you know, to register with pets. Because even if we are a lot weaker on paper, we are not that weaker sometimes in Alliance Championship, because we have pets and buffs and titles, and that we are doing then okay, and then I have a chance to do something. Because that's good rewards. Alliance Championship is good rewards. I could just decide, so, you know, when you reach the threshold, when you are, you know, the stage, like the either the league or the amount of stars if you are in Ultimate, where your alliance cannot progress anymore. When you reach that point, you could just give up as well and, you know, lose for 1 or 2 weeks and just go down in points and climb, but that will mean losing so much rewards. If you look at the shop, like, you can get quite a bit, right? Serums, that's very important. Design planes. Most of us at some point are missing polish, solution, and alloy, because there is a big difference between. Where do I see that? Right? Between last, you get 9.5k or 23.8k, right? So if you manage to be somewhere in the middle and to, you know, to climb slowly, so you only climb 1 star or you only lose 1 star, so you stay around here, you get a very good amount of rewards. And that's where the magic happens and where you really help your alliance, and that's why I care about Alliance Championship. It's because if I can get us around here most of the time, and not 6, not 4 or 5, maybe 2 or 3 often, then we don't climb too fast, and we get very good reward for ourselves, and we can enjoy the game. And that's a lot more things, you know. I always think about these things, but, you know, more reward on an event like that, it's multiplied by the amount of players, right? So if you get good reward in Alliance Championship, plus you do your 500, your 50, where are they? There. You do your 500 chests per day. That's times, you know, 90, 80 players, 100 players if you have full alliance, plus everything else you do well. You know, you do your bear, you do your. That's a lot. Lot of little things. I guess it's been a bit quiet. I might just cut the stream. I'll do some work. I'll stay on for a few more minutes. If you have any questions, then, you know, please ask. If not, the event is getting a bit boring. I don't think I have much to share. I managed to get the city skin. I managed to get the, how do they call it? Private profile? No. Name card. Managed to get the name card as well, so very happy with the seasonal event, right? That's 1.5% lethality, city skin is 2% attack, something like that, so hopefully it shows as well that, you know, what I share is working when you do it well. $1.4 billion, okay. So I talk about Crazy Joe today was a bit messy because I did it as I played. I'll make a guide with a few variation of strategies and a few options to handle HQ, and like I said, so that I'll make a guide a bit later, might be in 2 weeks. I'm trying a bit live streaming to see how it goes, to see if it helps the channel to grow as well, and if I enjoy it. There are really many guides I need to make, so I'm not sure about the weekends. I'll spend time with my lady a bit this weekend. She's she's not here for the next 2 weekends, so I'll have a lot of time to play, stream, or do, even Sunfire, like SVS Battle. I'll be able to stream it fully, and because I can take care of the house, other moments than when there are events in game. But I'm not sure I'll make 2 videos over the weekend. I might try to record 1 or 2 tomorrow, but I got some stuff to do as well. But if you look at the calendar, I will Mercenary Prestige, I think I did a video already. Today's event I did. There are not many things that are super interesting to cover. I could cover Castle Battle, because I know that was very confusing. The first time, we had it, and I was not clear how it works and what to do and how to guide the alliance I was in. And so I might do a Castle Battle guide on Saturday if I have a bit of time to explain a bit. Like what, it could be overwhelming the first time you have it, basically. If you want to support the channel, please, feel free to like the stream, like the channel, subscribe. What I really would love to get to very quick as possible is 2,000 subscribers. Why? It's because it's a game with many languages, and YouTube just implemented an auto translation by AI of audio content on YouTube, but you need to be a partner, and to be a partner you need to have 1,000 subscribers. So if you want to help, and I know I have a lot of French people watching. I was thinking starting a French channel, but I'm thinking that it takes a lot of time to make videos and to stream, and if I can make only one channel, and if that channel can be automatically translated in high quality by AI, which is the case nowadays, if it's not, it will be the case very soon. I think it will be great for the channel, and because we have many people that don't understand English in my alliance. We have people from Germany, we have Arabic people, we have people from Asia, we have people from all over the world, and English is not always the best language. So I'll be very happy if everyone can actually watch it, and I can actually make guides that are very specific to either our alliance eventually, if you guys can watch it, or to anyone basically in the world. So if you can help me with that, just subscribe to the channel. It's free. I'm not meaning the paying subscription. I'm just making liking the channel, so when a new video is out, and trying to help me get to 1,000. That will really mean the world to me and will be very cool. So we can share the knowledge. Then I guess that's it for today. Maybe see you live on Saturday. If not, I'll make a video, at least 1 or 2 videos over the next 3 days. I might not make 3, but 1 or 2. That should be okay. That should fit into my schedule. Again, thank you very much for being here today, for being here the other days, for the ones that are regulars now. Let's call it that way. You have been there 2 or 3 times or 4 times all the time I stream. So thank you very much for that, for the support. It helps. Thanks. Good night too. It's nearly bedtime. It's 8. So I'll get a drink, do some work, and I'll play some Path of Exile. So I'll chill. A bit of more gaming for me today. Lucky me. Good night, everyone. Have a good day. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.